Hey guys, Jared here, and today I have just a quick video for you. Got some notes here. I wanted to talk a little bit about Dragon Quest. Lately the channel's exploded with Dragon Quest content, and it's funny timing because everything is just happening like all at once. So I'm going to start a new vlog series. I haven't come up with a title yet. I'm working with a few. Cranberry suggested Dragon Quest Warrior. Someone else, what was it? Someone else had recommended Dragon's Bazaar. There's the Slime Inn. There's Zenithian Tales. Lots of different stuff, and I'm waiting for you guys so that if you see that heading, you'll know exactly what this vlog is about, and I'll put in parentheses like what I talk about. Today, though, I don't have a name for this little series, and some news broke this morning that I just wanted to really quickly go through because in North America, no one covers Dragon Quest news because Dragon Quest news is typically exclusively pertaining to Japan. So anyways, I thought I'd just, come here really quickly and just talk a little bit about something. Now, this video is going to air, well, on a Sunday, so the chances are that you may have heard some of this because the news actually broke on Saturday. So, what is the news? Well, the first thing is that the latest update to Dragon Quest X, which is version 4.2, will be fully revealed on May 16th via the Dragon Quest X TV. It's basically, it's like a monthly, almost monthly service where you can like log into like YouTube or whatever, tune in rather, and you get to watch like a live stream of like all the different things that are going on with Dragon Quest X. And since Dragon Quest X is an MMO and it's been going on for years and years and years, it's fairly frequent that they do these things. They talk about different events coming up and stuff like that. So the next like big push for Dragon Quest X, the next like story related update is 4.2. So you're going to find out some more information at that particular point in time. The next thing also pertains to Dragon Quest X, and that is the fact that, well, the all-in-one package, if you don't know what that is, ever since, I think since version 2, they have bundled, yeah they have, since version 2. When the second expansion came out, or the first expansion rather, came out, they decided like, okay, well, it's been on the market for say like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, whatever. Let's bundle the first part and the second part together. And then when the second expansion came out, known as version 3, they decided to do the exact same thing, and now that version 4 is out, they're doing it yet again. So it's really, really helpful for new players because you're getting the whole thing in one disc or on one disc or whatever. So that's really, really cool. It's coming to the PC, PlayStation 4, the Nintendo Switch, and here this might surprise some of you, it's also coming to the Wii U. It shouldn't really surprise you because the Wii U was actually the second platform that Dragon Quest X was made available on after the Wii, and so there you go, okay? That's actually really great news though for anyone that's looking to get into Dragon Quest X. It's a great way to do it. You don't have to worry about any expansions or anything like that. You just have the one disc and away you go. And that's going to be available on July 26th. So the game came out in November, so that would be December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So around 8 months it was exclusive to its standalone release. So that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. And finally, the last bit of news that I have for you today, and the actual main thing the reason why I'm doing this, because typically I'm not going to come in here and talk about Dragon Quest X too much, just because it really doesn't pertain to anyone but the Japanese. There's probably less than like 200 people in North America and Europe that are actually playing Dragon Quest X in Japanese. So what does that mean? Well, it just means that if I came here and I talked to you guys about Dragon Quest X, there's going to be virtually no one that actually cares because it doesn't appeal to well, it's not that it doesn't appeal to you guys, it's just you don't have access to it. So anyways, the big news is that the Dragon Quest Summer Festival for 2018 has been announced, and they're actually doing things a little bit different than they did last year. Instead of there being one event, there's now going to be 2 events. They're calling it East and West. And the first one's going to take place in Tokyo on July 29th, And then, and it's a one-day event, and now they announced that Osaka is going to have another one-day event on August 25th. Now, I find that very interesting. So that's like essentially a month that separates the two events. This is going to be fascinating to see what gets announced here. Now, if you don't know what the Dragon Quest Summer Festival is, it is the largest Dragon Quest specific conference. It's open to the public and everything like that. It's filled usually with kids and hardcore fans that go and they want to try out the latest stuff. They'll have the latest Dragon Quest 10 expansion, well, not expansion, but the latest story content will all be there. There'll be teasers and all kinds of, it's going to be like just a Dragon Quest overload. You can get a lot of exclusive merchandise at these things too, which is really cool. And it's just all around just a wicked, wicked time if you're a fan of Dragon Quest. So this year though, this year is interesting to me because there's not much that we know of right now. So Dragon Quest Rivals, which is basically Hearthstone, it's like that. It's a card-based game. So far it's exclusive to mobile. I was hoping that they were going to bring that over to the Nintendo Switch and the 3DS. I mean, they can bring it to the PS4 as well if they want, but I was thinking more like, you know, more handheld or the Vita. But still no word on that as of yet. I'm hoping that they make some sort of announcement to that. But anyways, the latest expansion for Dragon Quest Rivals has already been announced, and so obviously I don't see them spending time on that. It's already been announced. We know that Dragon Quest XI obviously is really old news now for well, that time period. It literally will have been, the July 29th one marks literally 1 year to the day that Dragon Quest XI hit the PlayStation 4 and the 3DS. So I'm kind of hoping that we get to see the Switch version like announced or revealed at that particular event. That'd be pretty cool. Like the 1 year anniversary of Dragon Quest XI, they might have like a little splash, you know, teaser or something. I could totally see them doing that. But what else? Well, Dragon Quest Monsters Super Light has been going on, and a couple of other mobile games have been going on. But again, nothing... I don't see them saving any of the announcements. All the latest stuff has already been announced. So I was like, okay, well, what else? Well, we know that Dragon Quest Builders 2 is certainly going to have a big push. That's like its main event, so it's going to have a huge, huge push for that, for sure. And I don't know. So I'm very much looking forward to this because I'm like, okay, we could hear of version 5. That's possible, because typically what will happen is you'll have the reveal, like an announcement of it, and then you'll have the following year you'll have it come out, and then the following year the next one, and so on and so forth. Something like that. It's not an exact science. So it's possible that version 5 gets like a teaser or even a full reveal. But the fact that they have 2 days is what's really surprising me, and so far apart. I'm really wondering what we're going to see there. Myself, I think, just given the fact that we have 2 and they're a month apart, I'm gonna say we're gonna see the Switch version of Dragon Quest XI. They will be revealed at one of those two events. You can expect a lot from Dragon Quest Builders. And prediction-wise, I think you're going to see the very first logo, maybe not like gameplay or anything like that, but certainly a logo for Dragon Quest Heroes 3. I'm sure that's going to pop up. And then I'm also expecting a Monsters update. We haven't heard of Dragon Quest Monsters now in a little while. Joker 3 Professional was the last one, and that hit January 2017 in Japan. So we're due for like an announcement at the very least of something in the works. Now the really good news with this is that there's, like I said, we already know a lot about like the games that are coming out well, in Japan, all the different expansions and this and that. So that's good news because it means that there could be a surprise in here. Cranberry was telling me about like a slime Mori Mori, that's a rocket slime. She was joking around saying Dragon Quest with Kirby. She's a huge fan of both series. But I'm serious. Like, I think we can expect at least 1 or 2 new side games or something like that. Don't expect Dragon Quest 12. That's ridiculous. It's way too early for something like that. I think we should all be very stoked if we do see the Switch version of Dragon Quest 11. And I'm confident. Again, the fact that they're a month apart, and they're not going to repeat exactly what they said on the August 25th get together as they did on the July 29th. The games and stuff like that will be the same. That's the whole idea, right? Is that they want the people to play it at the West, the East, you know, that I think will be the same. But a month apart, you're certainly going to find out, you know, more information. And of course, Dragon Quest Builders 2 is going to be the big one. Like I said, that's going to be the huge one. That's going to be where, you know, they have all the kiosks up, allowing everyone to play. But I would love it if they also had a playable demo for the Switch version of Dragon Quest XI, just to give us an idea of what to expect. And now I know for some of you guys, you're going to be like, what? That doesn't make any sense. They've just had all these interviews and stuff and said it's like a long way away. And yeah, it is a long way away, but not for Japan. And that's the big difference here. For North America, yeah, absolutely. They don't work on Dragon Quest games simultaneously. So typically what that means is that it's going to hit Japan long before it comes out in North America. And I'm really curious to see the platforms that these new Dragon Quest games, whatever they are, get announced for. And I'm telling you right now, I think you're going to be surprised. Don't be shocked if you see the 3DS is still going to get a new Dragon Quest game. And again, I'm not talking about Dragon Quest 12. I'm saying something else. I'm sure like a new side game or something will be announced. So we're going to have a lot more information in May. They said they're going to reveal a lot of more details of the actual event, and they always release like a schedule. And just based on the schedule, I'll be able to come back here and tell you guys like, okay, so this is more or less what the plan is right now. Potential for surprises here, and stuff like that. Now, every year they announce new Dragon Quest games, every single year. So you can be sure there will be new Dragon Quest games coming. And I'm curious, what do you think your predictions are? Again, keep in mind, for a lot of you guys that watch this that are you know, Westerners, do keep in mind that this is a Japanese event, and like there will be new Dragon Quest games coming out, and then chances are we're never even going to experience any of them, or at least a lot of them. So with the predictions, do keep that in mind. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it, and I'll be sure to keep you updated as more information breaks. This is one of the most exciting times of the year for me because I get to find out what are all the new Dragon Quest games coming out. Alright everybody, take care, and I'll catch you in the next video.